Assalamu alaikum. Kia ora koutou. Eid Mubarak. Eid Saeed. Welcome to you all on the celebration of Eid al-Adha. It's great to see so many of you here, but let me say first of all, what a beautiful performance from our Sri Lankan group. I just felt really so emotional to hear this beautiful group of young children in our country singing a song in Maori, symbolising the unity of our community alongside the richness of the diversity of our country. Let's hear a special round of applause for our children from Sri Lanka. That was really fantastic. I know today is a very special festival, and Eid today we are acknowledging the Hajj, the pilgrimage. And when I think of the Hajj, I think of the people dressed in the same way to symbolise the equality of all people before God. And I think that that is really important. As human beings, we are equal, regardless of where we come from, regardless of whether we are rich or poor, we are equal before God and deserve to be treated with respect. And secondly, Eid today is remembrance of Abraham's willingness to sacrifice his son before God. And today we symbolise that with the sacrifice symbolically of animals. And the food is then distributed to those in need. And that's important to me as well, to recognise those who are in need, to show compassion and to lend a helping hand. When I first stood in Mount Roskill, one of my mentors was a very special man, Abdul Rahim Rashid. Abdul was with me from the earliest days of 2001, and he was a wonderful man. I pay tribute to him today and what he stood for and what he did. But what was special about Abdul is that of course he knew his Quran, but he knew my Bible as well as I did, maybe better, because he was a student of theology. And what he taught me was that the great faiths of the world have so much in common. When we think of Abraham, we think of a figure that appears in the Bible, important to Christianity, important to Judaism, and important to the Muslim faith. And what I learned from Abdul was that we have far more in common in what the great faiths teach us than we have as our differences. So let us today celebrate the unity of human beings who have different beliefs in terms of their religion, but common values, who come to this country to work together, to be tolerant of each other, to be mutually respectful. That is important. But I want to say finally something else in relation to our children. Today, Labor is releasing its children's policy. And I look out here and I see the bright young faces of all of our children. They are our future. We must value all of them, and we must ensure that every one of our children gets a good start in life, gets a start that enables them to realise their full potential and to make the contribution that they can make to our community. I won't talk about superannuation policy, but when I'm retired, it's the young people here that will be supporting us in our retirement. So today, let's celebrate our young people. Let's celebrate their importance to all of us. Let's celebrate the unity between all of us in what we believe. And let's work for that sort of New Zealand that we are celebrating today. One where people are equal, where people deserve compassion, and we give a helping hand to those in need. Thank you for the privilege of being here today. thank you to your contribution to our community, your family values, your hard work, your value on education. Have a very good Eid celebration. Eid Mubarak, Eid Sa'id. Thank you very much for being here. Thank you for your support.
جون كي فري واي لما يسلم على الكابتن